welcome back to Style Unlocked, where I sit down with our stylish faves, talk through their personal style journey, rate some celebrity looks, and play some fashion trivia. I hope these conversations help you unlock your personal style. When it comes to my next guest, she is the ultimate definition of a boss with both beauty, brains, and style. Aside from winning countless awards such as Best of Beauty by Allure, Best Eyeshadow Palette by Ebony, Danessa serves as the face of her business with the utmost style and sophistication. From her beautiful, luscious locks to her bold signature looks, she proves that you can own your style persona at any stage of life. Please help me welcome the one and only Danessa Myricks.
Hi.
Welcome to Style Unlocked.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Me. I feel nervous.
She feels nervous, guys. Why do you feel nervous?
You know, because style is not my thing. Like fashion is not my thing.
But personal style is your thing.
Okay, I'll take that.
It is. You always look like you. And that's why you're here. So we're just going to jump right into your style. Because for me, obviously, you're a beauty sensation, all those things. But you are a very stylish woman. Every time I see you, I'm like, she's done it again.
Oh my God, thank you.
And I feel like you know yourself and own your style so well. And that's the ultimate goal of this show. Right? It's not that people want to be me or be you, but it's like they can see you and learn something.
I love that.
And that's what we're doing today.
Okay.
Okay. So we're just going to get right into your closet.
Okay.
Okay. See, easy peasy.
Okay.
So first up, what is your go-to dress brand?
Ooh.
Because you love a dress, honey.
I do love a dress, but you know what's so weird about me? Mm-hmm. I hardly remember brands.
Is she gatekeeping?
No, literally all the ones I remember I'm going to tell you, but you know, for me it's more about a silhouette.
It is. Talk to the people.
Yeah, like regardless of the brand, you know, one thing that I struggled my whole life with is, you know, my body consciousness, like just how I feel about my body. I struggled with my weight for many, many years. I don't think I saw anything under 150 since I was in elementary school. And my weight has fluctuated from like 150 to like 210.
Really?
Yes. But what has always stayed the same is my silhouette. So I'm also very short.
Yes. We both are.
Yeah. So I'm 5'2", 5'2" and a half. Sometimes they say 5'3", depending on where my hair.
Yeah. Because you definitely feel taller to me. I'm 5'3" and a half.
So a lot of it, okay. Showing off.
Yeah.
A lot of my style and how I dress and how I choose silhouettes is because of those things. So
gotcha.
I have a short torso.
Same.
Yes.
So everything elongates you.
Yes.
Is what I noticed.
Which is why I like dresses that are super long. You rarely see me. It either has to be super long or super short, right?
I agree.
And so in most environments that I'm in these days, that's why I go.
I'll hold it down on this.
Okay. Yes. And you're doing it well.
I don't care where I'm going. I need my legs to look long.
No, so you get what I mean. Yeah. Like I need something that's long, and also if it's not tapered at the waist, the shoulders have to be broad. It's like I'm always thinking about proportion.
This is what I say, but it's about knowing your body.
Yes. Like it took me a while to like understand like what works for my body, which is why I could never follow trends because it just doesn't work for me.
Which is why you always look like you.
Thank you.
I love that. Okay. We're staying in your closet.
But I can give you a few dress brands if you want.
Give us something.
So I'm obsessed with Naked Wardrobe.
Yes, which I need to get back on.
I'm obsessed.
They have good quality and great prices.
Yes, and when you talk about somebody who travels, if you travel a lot, everything travels well. It feels like pajamas. Like I feel like I'm sitting here in pajamas. Super comfy.
You don't look like pajamas.
Thank you. But it's super classic. They have all like the classic foundation pieces that work well on curves. So I love them. I love Andrea Yama.
Yes.
I mean, all day long, all night long.
And that's great quality.
Yes, very great quality.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. What's your most recent luxury purchase?
Define luxury. Is it by price point or is it about what other people think is luxurious? I'm just curious.
It's about if it felt like luxury to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What felt like luxury to me is this necklace I bought in 2 colors. Like this necklace
that I want.
Well, you know, it might not be expensive by other people's. This is a $750 necklace.
I would classify that as luxury. Yes, ma'am. So there you go. And it'll also be linked below after I buy mine.
I love it.
It's gorgeous.
I love architectural pieces, whether it's in clothes or in jewelry. Yeah. So for me, this is like an investment piece.
Absolutely.
Like I can wear a inexpensive base and just put on a nice piece of jewelry and it looks like I'm millions.
Look at you talking about you not an expert.
Yeah.
You're saying all the things I say.
You want me to tell you what I'm an expert at?
What?
I'm an expert at. I've had a lifetime. When I say a lifetime of not having money, so I have learned how to figure it out. Like literally, even from back when I used to have to sew, we sewed our own clothes as children. This is how poor we were. So I know how to style poverty
and make. And those are the life lessons.
Yes.
Like you can make anything look good.
Yes, I'm definitely like make low look luxurious all day.
That was my skill set as a child.
See, there we go.
I used to love to go to Payless.
Oh my goodness.
Like that was such a treat to me.
Yes. Hello.
That was good.
Hello.
Okay, next up, what's your most comfortable pair of shoes?
Ooh.
Because I feel like you wear heels a lot when you're short.
You might laugh.
Oh God.
But you know, COVID did a little something to my toes.
Okay. Okay. Are you okay?
You know, I love comfort, but I need a little bit of a heel because of my body style. So there's like, if I can do 3.5, I could be comfortable there. Yeah. And I love a see-through shoe.
PVC.
Yes, a PVC stretches with my toes, and it's so wonderful.
Okay.
So I found every sexy PVC shoe.
So it's not even a brand; it's a style.
It is a style because I know anything that moves well with my toes. But I love a pointed toe.
Does leather not move? Not enough.
Depending on the brand. And you know what I found is like high-end shoes hurt the most.
Absolutely.
So scary. Like I have a couple 3-4 pairs of Louboutins that just sit on the shelf and collect dust.
Yeah, I don't have any of those.
I can't leave the room with them.
Yeah.
I tried. No. I just found that.
Luckily, when I really wanted those, I couldn't afford them. And then by the time I could, it was kind of known that like those are uncomfortable.
Yeah. Honestly, every high-end name brand shoe that I've tried has been uncomfortable.
Really?
So I
found them in Jimmy Choo.
Okay, you're right. I do have a pair of Jimmy Choos that are definitely wearable.
And you know who else is comfortable?
Who?
Kendall Miles.
Okay, noted.
Black brand.
Okay, then I'm going to search for every pair.
It's the most comfortable. That is the most comfortable heel to me.
Okay,
it's like padding.
I love. Okay, thank you. But
go.
what I found is that shoes made in Italy are easier for me. So even the shoes I have on today, I have no idea what this brand is, but I guess they understand feet there.
That's what she said. No, Kendall Miles is on the show on season 1. And she goes to Italy and goes to her manufacturer and gets the shoes made. Yeah, and she also said like the things that she does in her shoes for Black women's feet specifically, and that our feet are wider than most people's, and like just certain things that she does.
Thank you.
Because she would ask them like, why do you do it like that? And they're like, oh, well, that's what like women in Milan like. And she's like, but that's why it hurts. So we need to do this differently.
Ooh, I'm buying every pair. I'm a
big fan. Okay, well, you're welcome.
Okay, I won't have to live in plastic shoes.
I mean, Okay, next up, favorite jewelry brand, which we can say this is one.
I love Kokaya. I have quite a few. There's statement. I love a statement.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I shop a lot on Etsy,
which is a great place
because clip-ons. I have to wear a clip-on. And so I don't understand why people don't make clip-ons.
You go to the artisans.
I go straight to Etsy.
What's your go-to bag for a work day?
Ooh. All right. Well, there's a bag that I've kind of ran to the ground. It's a bucket bag from the Louboutin bucket bag.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's like a little.
Yeah.
Just because I can fit a lot of stuff. I like bags that I can throw a lot of things in.
Bucket bag is easy.
So it's super easy and it's super cute.
Fill in the blank.
Okay.
My power color is
orange.
Shocker. If I want to feel like a boss, I put on blank.
Black.
Period. I love wearing black. And my wardrobe makes me feel blank. Emotion.
Unique.
Love it. Describe your personal style in 3 words.
Ooh.
I know, the hard-hitting questions.
I would say bold.
Absolutely.
Chic. Creative.
Oh, I love that. And I would agree.
Thank you.
Who's your style icon?
Oh, Diana Ross, all day long.
Quick. I love when people just know.
Obsessed with that woman.
Tell us why.
Just because it was just always her. It was different. It was unique. It's always unexpected. I mean, just the silhouettes. I think the hair was always a statement. Yeah. The silhouette of her body. She wasn't afraid of a cat suit, you know, ever.
I can see,
you know, just
the glamour of it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she just enjoyed being a woman.
Yeah, and she's like super free and expressive.
What's your go-to outfit formula when you want to feel chic at the airport?
Ooh, well, there we go.
The blazer.
Definitely the blazer. Black
Is it
leggings.
always black?
Yeah.
I always wear black because I spill stuff on
Yes,
myself.
exactly. I could sleep in it, get my makeup all on, and just wipe it out. Black leggings, always. Black sneakers that are tapered at the tip so I could be comfortable. So like tapered black sneakers, my black leggings, the big black blazer, and then a shirt like this, long sleeve that fits close to the body. Yeah. So if I get up to go to the bathroom, I still look okay if I take my jacket off. And I look good on and off the plane. If you throw shades on with you look like you're put together, even though your face might be a mess. Yeah. Just
I feel like you don't know what you're talking about.
I got caught out there.
Yeah, you said enough.
So I'm like, never again.
Somebody wanted a picture or they just wanted to talk?
No, like all of the above. Like my favorite time is when I get on the plane. There's always people who come up, whether it's the stewardess, whether it's the pilot coming out saying my wife loves your mate. It's always a conversation.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was like, I always have to look.
That's stressful.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where I go in the world, what airport it is. If I'm getting off a red eye, I got to get off a red eye looking together, because the first thing that people do, you're Danessa Myricks, let me look at your skin. Oh, let me see your eyes. Oh yeah.
No, you may not.
Or can I see your hair? Like it's always so. I feel like I always have to be put together.
Well, you do it well.
Thank you.
Okay, next segment. It's called No Gatekeeping.
Okay.
So you're just gonna give us the tea.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
We want to know. Number one skincare product you cannot live without.
Ooh, it's gonna be my own.
Give it to us.
The water powder serum.
Why?
Because I'm an oily girly, and with or without makeup, I always will look polished.
You wear it with like no makeup days.
Yeah, you can wear it with no makeup days too. Yes, I'm obsessed.
One hair product you can't live without.
Ooh. Well, to be honest, my stylist makes special concoctions for me.
She's so fancy.
No, but you know what? Natural hair is very specific.
It is.
And you know, I deal with like hair loss and all these things, so it's like a rosemary blend of this oil cocktail in the steamer. It's like all of the things.
A makeup tip that has completely elevated how you apply your makeup.
If you don't want to do hands, and you want something that's readily available, that's going to give you like smooth, even look regardless of the finish, I would say a puff. Use a puff for your concealer, your foundation, and your powder, your everything, and it'll always be
like you mean like your brown one?
Yeah.
Like that, but to just apply everything.
Yeah. Yeah, if you need something like on the go and you want to make sure you can do your makeup with your eyes closed, just use a puff. It blends everything.
Do you suggest that
really
for travel?
Beautifully? Yeah, it's just easy. Yeah, just throw a puff in there. Or you can use our kabuki brush,
which is fabulous.
Thank you.
And it's small.
Yes, it's easy.
But honestly, all the brushes. I was telling them my favorite brush is the concealer brush, and I'm a person who didn't even use concealer brushes. Like I just was like,
I love that.
Yeah, I was a sponge person, and I was just like, I don't get it. It's just too much work. Every time I would try a brush, I don't have time for this.
Because this one's designed like a finger, so you could tap just like
wide,
a finger.
But it's not too dense.
And it yes, it's soft enough so that it blends as you go. Yeah.
Do you drink coffee?
All day.
What's your order?
Okay, well, I'm boring. I like Bustelo black. I have to start my day with Cafe Bustelo black. Like literally until noon, that's what I'm drinking. After noon, I could put things in it. Just like some cream, some monk fruit, or I could play a little bit, but I need it straight to the vein for a good, 24 hours in the morning.
Best financial advice you've gotten since starting your own brand?
I mean, what I have learned.
Yeah, there you go.
So what my father taught me is put your money underneath the floorboards. Like it was like you want the cash in your fingers in your hand. What I have learned is the power of investing. Yeah, so my best advice is every bit of money you can find to invest, do that, because that's the only way you're going to amplify your wealth, so.
That is a great tip.
Yeah.
That is a realization we made this year. We started investing a few years ago, but this was like the first year where it was like making...
Oh, same.
Like money, it was like,
that happens. Yeah. The key is to make money while you're sleeping.
And that's literally the only, not the only way, but one of the easier.
It's the easier
ways
way.
Where it's like you can just ignore it.
Yes.
And then you look and you're like, oh.
Yeah, because trading your time for dollars is...
You'll never get there.
Yeah.
One tip you live by that helps you with time management and balancing your workday.
I would say, so Steve Jobs had it right.
Yes.
He didn't even think about it. Well, kind of. In that he wore the same thing every day.
Yeah.
It's minimize the amount of decisions that you make every day, because our brains can only, we have a capacity in a day, especially all at one time. So the more you can minimize decision making, the better your life would be, which is why I have 100 pairs of black leggings.
That's such a good tip.
The amount of decisions that I have to make in a day as like a CEO, like what I'm wearing today cannot be the priority. Right. Not every day. Yeah. Right. Like even when I wake up in the morning, I know everything that's going to happen. I have my Lumen right there. Grab it. Take my first breath. My what am I grateful for? I put my feet down. My slippers are there. My workout clothes are folded in the bathroom by the toilet. So I go from bathroom, step on the scale, workout clothes.
Little machine.
Or else it never happens. Right. When you got to look for a thing, do a thing. So literally, I'm like a robot. Same thing with like Naked Wardrobe. I know I can buy Naked Wardrobe. Everything is a base in every color. Dress, legging, top, that. And I can accessorize. So I have to pack to go on a trip. It's easy. Put on my fundamentals and then build from there.
You are helping future you. That's what I always say.
I love that. I love that.
When I'm really like being lazy, that's what I tell myself. I'm like, do you want to make Janae's day harder tomorrow or easier?
No, it's true. I love that.
Help your girl out. And then tomorrow you're like,
I love that.
You did that yesterday. Thank you.
I love that.
Okay, lastly, favorite personal affirmation that keeps you motivated and inspired?
You are enough and you are needed. You are important. Those three. Yeah.
You are enough, you are needed,
and you are important. Yeah.
Okay, now it's time for your episode theme.
Okay.
Which is conquering the world stage with style and grace. Because you have recently come from behind the scenes to being the face of a global brand.
Scary.
I would imagine.
Yes.
But again, you make it look easy.
Thank you.
I know it's not, but you make it look easy. So I got a few questions.
Okay.
Talk us through how your style has evolved as your career has shifted.
So, if we start from my professional life, my career here in beauty, we'll start there. Because if I go way back, you're going to hear crazy stories. But
let's start there. Let's start to now.
Yeah, we'll start now. I mean, I used to wear only black. Like if you go to my closet right now, like if this room was my closet, every wall would be black and then there was like this much color. But what I have learned is that color makes me more approachable. Color, a bold color, I stand out in a room. I can express my joy better with color. So I've been infusing more color. Like when I present myself, like on stage, if I'm doing a presentation, I want people to feel warmth and not like a chilly, always black from head to toe, as much as I love black. So I've been like...
I noticed that because I felt like black was your thing.
It was.
But this was like when I first met you.
It is.
And then I feel like the last few times I've seen you, I'm like, oh!
Because you know what I learned? I really pay attention. I love people. Yes. And I pay attention to how people respond to me. And
probably approach you.
Yeah. And it's very different when I'm wearing color versus when I'm wearing black. Yeah. And I think so much about my appearance may feel intimidating. Like they're like, she wears a mohawk. She might be me. I don't know. Yeah, I'm wearing big jewelry. Yeah. Right. And then the black on top of it, it's like very like... But if I'm wearing like a bright red or a bright orange, it's like, oh, she's fine. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, you know,
but it makes sense.
So I'm working to infuse more color, even white, because, you know, I've found that I can't lie. And when people ask me something, I have to tell the truth. So I'm making strong statements all the time. And making strong statements feel more palatable when I'm wearing color and wearing white.
She's getting,
you know what I mean?
She's getting psychology on y'all.
Yeah,
now.
so I think a lot more about all of those things now, where before it was just more about me coming into the office. I'm gonna wear whatever I want. I'm getting dirty all day, so I'm just gonna wear it. But now it's just like, you know, what do people feel when they see me is like what's really important.
Yeah. And how you want to be perceived.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because that is what people see. So that's what's speaking first before you speak. So if anyone meets you, they're like, oh my gosh, she is the sweetest. She's an angel. But if I don't get to come up to you and talk to you, then what is my perception?
Exactly. And people will tell me, I saw you 3 times already and I was so scared to come up to talk to you. And I'm like, oh, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want it to feel like that. Yeah. So, yeah.
Like, what? Wow.
Yeah. So I'm just going to be bright yellow, white, red, fun. So you feel like, okay, there's joy here. What I've learned is that people need to see it to know that they can be it. So when they see how the brand is growing and they see me at the face of it and they're curating like what their journey might look like, they're going to take cues from the people that they see who are successful. So I want to make sure that I'm laying a good blueprint for someone, right? If they're watching, that they can take these cues and not copy, but use it to curate like how they want to show up. Because they're looking at how people respond to me and all of those things, right?
So what's possible.
Yeah.
And how someone can look doing what's possible.
Exactly. Like how you inspired me, ma'am.
Girl.
I think you got quite a few messages from where can I buy that jacket? Where can I? Because for me, you make style feel effortless, easy, approachable. Like, even though you are like, I mean, I'm sure so many people's style icon, it never feels like disconnected from what's possible for you, which I think is really beautiful about how you move. And so I want it to feel that way too when somebody sees me, and that they feel that like, oh, I can move this way. And you know, it's possible. It's not separate from everyone else. You know, you are like, I feel like before I even met you, I was like, that's my friend. I love that. And
then we met and we were like, you're my friend.
You're my friend. Please be my friend.
Okay. Do you feel any pressure being the face of your brand, especially in an industry that can sometimes be rooted in ageism, racism, and just superficiality overall?
No,
like
100%.
you're in the beauty industry. So that's 100%. A very interesting thing.
It's so many things because people have an idea about what everything means. Like they have an idea about what my hair being up in this mohawk means. Like, is it based in reality? Maybe, maybe not. But there's an idea that comes with it. Like everything, every way I show up means something to someone. Right? And that's like a really heavy burden because, you know, and I think that's why a lot of people are like, oh, I'm just going to be like everyone else. I'm going to be conservative and whatever. But that's not good either. But because then no one sees anything different and you don't stand out. But I feel like everything means something to everyone. So, and that's at every minute of my day. Like even for my team here in the office, like every way I show up is telling a story about me, my brand, what's important to me. Like you feel like you can't ever be caught like in a bad mood or any of those. It's
you set the tone for everything.
At every moment. So it's really hard. It's really hard. But I embrace it in that my intention is to bring joy, show positivity, show that we can be collaborative, like we can love each other, we can accept each other for our differences or whatever. So let me be the model for that. I'm here for it.
Okay, now it's time for a little career. We want to get into the boss behind the brand.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
What did you aspire to be when you were growing up?
A teacher.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That actually makes sense.
I couldn't wait. Like
that's the best teacher. You'd be like, I want to go to Miss Myricks class.
That's the game I would play. Like with my brother. I have 9 brothers and sisters, and my cousins lived in our house growing up too.
Oh my
goodness! They didn't like when I got to choose the game. Line up all the chairs. We're playing school, and like that's not fun.
Like no, thank you.
I wanted to be a teacher really bad, and then when it came time for it, I got a scholarship, a full scholarship to teach, but you had to like work 2 years for every 1 year of your education. And then in the fine print, they told you what your salary would be. And that's when I realized, I could.
It's
really sad.
We need to figure it out.
We have to figure it out because the teachers are changing the world. They're literally shaping the future planet we live on, and that is not considered in their pay. Yeah.
But now you're a teacher.
Yeah, so now I teach.
Do you have any examples of entrepreneurship growing up that inspired you?
Oh yeah. My mother was Miss Tupperware. Do you remember Tupperware?
Yeah, I do. I don't know if I ever knew someone that did it, though.
Yes, my mother sold Tupperware. My mother sold Mary Kay. Like, she was always the person selling the thing. So
I really were right there seeing it.
Yeah, because she wanted to stay home. And so that's what she did. And my dad was an entrepreneur. My mom and dad had a cleaning company called D&P House Cleaning. So Dan and Pam. And my father would clean the offices. My mother would clean the homes. That's literally all I saw growing up is entrepreneurship.
That's so fascinating.
Yeah.
Because like growing up, I didn't see any entrepreneurship. So it was, which I feel like made a lot of decisions later in life a lot harder. Yeah. Because I was just like, I don't know how people pay their bills without like working for somebody. That's amazing.
It's all, I've always seen my parents working 24 hours a day, super hard, doing the things that nobody wanted to do, which is why I'm not afraid of hard work.
From a nursing assistant and a magazine publisher to the CEO of a global beauty brand, your journey is rooted in taking leaps, like we just talked about, believing in yourself. So how have you managed to have the inner self-confidence to bet on yourself? You kind of touched on it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've always been afraid.
You do it afraid.
Yeah, it's just doing it afraid. Literally, that's really what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what I've seen.
Yeah.
Just doing it scared. So for anybody out there who's scared, great. You're in the perfect place.
You're alive.
You're right. That's how you're supposed to be feeling, but it's just like taking the next step to do it. And what I've learned over time is that as soon as you take the first step, the next step appears. Yeah. Which is why I always say my journey is so accidental. Like I didn't plan on being here. Yeah. I just did the next thing that was in front of me. I just said yes to the next thing.
It wasn't always about the 10-year plan.
Exactly.
It was like, but here's what I want to do now.
Yeah.
And then the next thing comes.
Exactly.
Like, I can do that.
The road will unfold in front of you. I promise you. Yeah. Yeah.
I tell people I do everything scared.
Yeah. I'm scared right now. I'm doing it. Look at me doing it.
You girl. So the different career paths.
Yeah.
Let's go there. How did we get into this?
It's really interesting. And again, it's like the road just opens up for you. When I was working as I was a nursing assistant. The school that I was teaching nursing assisting for, I happened to have a best friend who was a nurse. And she needed a job, so I introduced her to the school that I went to. Okay. And she kept calling out, and whenever she would call out, it was like I would go in to sub for her so she wouldn't lose her job. And so I fell in love with this idea of teaching again, and because I was so entrenched in that school and I was bringing them, I was always introducing other people to it. I was like, this is such an easy, it took 3 weeks to take that class. I was always inviting people to take this class. They asked me to come and do admissions, right? And doing admissions, I was like the top admissions person. And this is literally when I was 18. By the time I was 19, I was the director of that nursing school. Yeah, because I bought in. So, but it really wasn't doing anything with just seeing people and having real human conversations with them. And that's where I started to learn the business side of things. Yeah. And then I did so well there, they gave me an annex that would be mine. So I launched that school in Queens and built that literally. So it was kind of entrepreneurship, but not literally at this point. I'm
running a
20
business.
years old. Yeah. I'm 20 running a business. So I learned a lot that way. And so I was like, okay, I see how this works, right? I always wanted to be a businesswoman. Yeah. So I'm doing this nursing thing, but inside of me, I wanted to be creative. So I'm getting this business acumen, the nursing thing, you know, I've moved away from it, but I love the fact that I was caring for people. I have the business thing. I always wanted to be creative. Like growing up, I was super creative. Like, because we had no money, like anybody who grows up without money, you are a creative person. Like, you feel we made our own skates, like milk cartons became doll houses. Like, you're constantly trying to make something out of nothing. So that pretty much, that creative energy was always there. And so I would dream through magazines. I would look in magazines and want to be a part of fashion, want to be a part of... And so one day, there was a magazine that I picked up. It's called One World Magazine. Do you remember One World? And I love this magazine because it was like this really global look at the world of fashion and beauty. And I went to a club one night with one of my friends, and Russell Simmons was in the club. I mean, when you're in New York, there's always somebody in the club. And he was the editor of that magazine, the publisher. And she was like, go talk to him. And I'm a scared little, like, but somehow
you did it.
I did it scared. And I was like, I love your magazine. I would love to be able to work for you or intern, whatever. And he gave me somebody to contact. I went for the interview there. Clearly, I hadn't. I mean, they're hiring me to do what?
You're like, I don't know
to
what
say how much I love beauty and fashion. But they sent me downstairs, and apparently downstairs, a friend to that brand was a hair magazine publisher. And they were just so excited about my excitement that they allowed me to work. And I was like, I could sell for you. I could write. I could do anything. And so I started writing articles for the magazine. Then I started selling photo shoots. And that's how I got into the publishing space, which led to me seeing makeup being done, which led to me like wanting to be a makeup artist, which led to me in this chair today with you. It was I mean, there's a lot of stuff in between, but that's kind of how it started,
When you just are using all of your tools.
They
led you here, and you're still using all of the things.
That's why I tell people, like, do all of the things. You will carry all of it with you. When you reach your final destination, you'll be able to... Hindsight will tell you, like, that's why I was cleaning floors. That's why I was... You know what I mean? But it's all hindsight. So just don't be afraid to do the thing right now that's in front of you.
Don't be afraid to fail at the thing or stop doing the thing.
You're there for a reason. You're learning something. There's something that you're there to learn so that you can move on to the next phase of your life. So you take it all with you.
There's so many things I failed at when I was younger. And not even failed, but quit. Mainly. I wanted to be a makeup artist, and I was like, oh, this isn't working out.
Well, you can revisit that, man, because the beat.
Listen, but it's so crazy how, like, that's a part of my job now. People are like, how are you so good at it? I'm like, well, actually, I thought that was going to be a career. I wanted to be a stylist, and I thought I was going to be a backup dancer. Listen, I mean, I don't use that part.
I was a backup singer. This is so crazy.
See?
I was doing slight dance. The funny part is that I have no rhythm, but I was backup singing and dancing for, How funny is that?
Creative people, I always tell people I'm good at everything.
I love it.
But that also makes it hard to choose.
A
thing where I was just like, I don't know what it's going to be. But it's going to be something. And now it's all the things. I just do all of them.
I love that so much. I love that.
But you got to do everything.
You got to do it all.
What advice would you give to those who feel it's too late to explore their passions?
Okay.
Oh, she's getting serious.
So many things.
Okay.
Like, I didn't start doing makeup until I was 30 years old. Like, that's when I...
It's like started touching someone's face and putting makeup on.
I was 30 years old. Like, I am 54 today and still starting things. Like, it's never too late. Like, it's whenever it starts is when it starts. Like, there's...
And that's the time for it to start.
That's the time for it, 100%. That's the time. When the idea comes to your mind, when you feel the butterfly in your stomach, that is your time. And for some people, it's going to be when they're born. They always want to be a dancer. But that's not everybody's journey, right? So when you feel it, do it. When you feel it, do it.
That's such good. And you'll realize, I think, that it happened when it was supposed to happen. I'm always
100%.
I wish I would have started YouTube, 10 years ago. I wish 100%. I would have. There is no way I could have been an influencer when I was 25 years old. I would have been the worst. Like, now I have so many tools. I know how to be a business person. Like, for me and my personality and just how I operate, I needed to work at Target for 8 years. I needed to lead a lot of people to learn. Like there's so many things that like
yes.
now I'm like, oh yes, I can be an entrepreneur because I have
no,
all of this other background. Some people, right, they can do it when they're 19. I have been that person.
And I think that's such a good point. And I think it's not just about the skill set. It's like the understanding of you, right? Like who I am today is very different than who I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago. The level of confidence that I have, like the pain that I've been through, all of the experiences, both good and bad. Like now I'm ready to do this really, really hard work.
The confidence.
Yes.
Like I don't think I would have even had the confidence to be online and being judged like this in my 20s.
100
or even early 30s.
Most people, okay, the funny thing, do you know how long people thought that I was a white woman? Because all they heard was my voice.
A long time.
A very long time. Like literally early in my career, all you would see is my finger. Nobody knew what I looked like unless you saw me at a show selling or my career with those DVDs. My face does not appear on any one of those DVDs. All those 20 volumes, all you saw was my fingertips because I was so afraid to show my face or be in front of I couldn't do what I'm doing now then. So like,
isn't that crazy to think about?
Yes.
Like sitting here now.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of work I had to do on the inside, like mental preparation, like all of the things, like to be able to be the face of a brand right now. So now I'm just getting my feet wet.
World.
I'm just getting my feet wet, but I mean, I couldn't have done what I'm doing today before.
At any other time.
Yeah.
But I think that's great advice. Yeah. Okay, now it's time for questions from the queens.
Okay.
This is our favorite part. So this is my community.
Okay.
And these are their questions.
Okay.
Okay, first up, what is the one makeup product you cannot leave the house without?
Ooh. This is hard.
I know. It's like choosing a favorite child.
It is like, I mean, if I had to pick one right now, it would just be bomb powder. Because I can in a second just look super polished and put together. I can lick my lips for the shine. Okay,
I'll give you two.
All right, then the Color Fix Clear Glaze. She's like, you're not gonna be licking your lips.
No. I can't stand a dry lip, child. So I'm giving you two.
Okay,
that's a good because you do a lot with that.
Yeah. Color Fix Clear Glaze and a bomb powder. I'll be good to go. Yeah.
There you go. Okay, next up, in the beauty space, it can appear crowded. How do you stay motivated to promote diversity?
Yeah, the beauty space is very crowded, but I think that's what it's supposed to be because there are so many different stories that need to be told, right? So we need as many people as possible. Like there's so much. I mean, some people need to see me as a face to the brand to want to consume and feel like they have confidence, and other people need to see someone else, right? We need all of it. The way I express complexion is going to be completely different than what somebody else does, right? There's a barrier to entry for everyone. So people need to be able to go to where they feel comfortable, right? And so we need all of us. For me, I don't feel competitive at all when it comes to this space because I feel like we're in our own space. We're in our own lane, doing our own thing, the way that we do it, right? So I would love for there to be a lot more brands, you know, because there are so many nuances in beauty that people can hone in on. So those people feel really good, like, in that space. So bring it on. We need more.
I feel like that is your, like, superpower. Is like honing in on what you are the most passionate about. Yeah. Like you're not trying to serve everyone. Not that you can't serve everyone, but you're very clear about like, this is what we do over here.
Yeah.
And they can do whatever, you know, but this is what we're doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Come on over.
I'm glad that shows. Yeah. All right. Perfect.
Okay. Next up, what's one item or style in your closet that makes you feel like a baddie every time?
Ooh, a thigh-high boot.
Oh, come on.
And you know, what I love the most is like the contrast of pairing something soft with something sexy and hard. Like, give me a baby doll dress and then put a thigh-high boot.
You just get it, you know?
Yeah.
You just get it. That's why you're here, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay. OMG. That was their response to you being on the show. How does her beauty makeup routine attribute to her personal style? Is her personal style influenced by makeup or vice versa?
That is such a good question.
Wow.
So I think, honestly, I think I do my makeup like how I dress. Like, pretty much, it's going to be pretty basic with a pop. You know what I mean? So I'm either going to pop on my eye or I'll pop on a lip. But the canvas is usually like natural, sculpted, you know? And the same thing the way I dress. It's like, I'm going to pop on a fundamental.
Yeah, it's so much balance.
Yeah, and then just pop somewhere. You know what I mean? It's the same.
It is.
I love that question, though.
It is such a good question. Okay. And the last question from the queens.
Okay.
She said, "Oh, you're on a roll." Please ask her what is her thought process for coming up with new products, and what is her favorite from her makeup line.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's a hard one.
I love that question. So people inspire me. Like, literally, like, probably sitting here today, I'm going to come up with a product when you leave, because I love to see how people move in their life. And then I work backwards to like, what would make her life easier, more exciting, her, him, them. So that's how I do it. So the inspiration might be like, from this conversation, it could be like, okay, well, what's something that somebody can carry, like one item that's going to give them a base and a pop, because it was something that they feel comfortable and confident with, a solid, and then with a pop, and literally I'll build a product off of that.
So I basically came up with a product.
Basically, and you're gonna see it, and you're gonna know it's you.
I can't wait.
Yeah, you're gonna know it's you, or it's a concern. Like when people tell me on repeat, like, I have oily skin, so I can't do this, like, or I have hooded eyes, so I can't. Like, I hate people saying that they can't do things, because I can tell you 1,000 things that I thought that I couldn't do that are my moments right now, right? So when somebody says that they can't, or they have a fear or something, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make it easy for you and show you how you're gonna do it. So it's always inspired by people, their concerns, their energy. You know, it's always about people.
So interesting, because that your reasoning is just how you are, because you're just a thoughtful human being. But I also know that's like one of the like number one business rules is like creating a product that people need. So you have like a buyer, like filling a void for something.
No, 100%.
But you just have a different thought process of why you do it.
Yeah.
So twofold. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Last but not least, it's time for Name a Time When. This is where you reflect. You know, we get into your heart a little bit. So name a time when you recently felt inspired.
Ooh.
I know.
Besides this moment.
Well, you can talk about this moment.
I mean,
you've done so many things.
Yeah, it's... Okay, I'll give you two.
Thank you.
One, including this moment, honestly, because, you know, the way that I grew up and what my experiences have been, especially as it relates to beauty, they haven't always been positive. Like, most of my experience with beauty has been negative. I think there's probably more of my life than not that I was told that I was ugly and unattractive. So that's pretty much like where most of my life has been, even up into my adult life, recently in corporate life. Like, so to be sitting here with you right now, talking about me and my style, and these aren't things that I would have thought possible for me. So I'm inspired by all the other things that might be possible for me that I didn't think were for me, right? And just seeing, I mean, I've told you so many times how you've inspired me. I think we had a conversation recently at an event where you were sharing with me some of the things that you were working on, and I'm like, wow, this is very inspiring, and I'm here for it. And then just the other day, actually, I went to a convention, and literally I was sitting front seat the whole time. It was BeautyCon, as a matter of fact. And they had all these founders that were there telling their stories. And, you know, there was one story, Canvas Beauty, like just hearing her talk about her journey, it was very inspiring to me. Like, when she tells her story, she went from wanting to commit suicide to like making $20 million, you know, through her brand, and like killing it on TikTok right now. And I was inspired just to see to be reminded how quickly things can turn around. And like, for those moments where I feel like I can't go one more step, like a story like that would be like, you know, tomorrow's a new day, and like her whole life changed on a dime. You know, she wasn't going to be here. And, like, look at where she is now. So like, people's stories are super inspiring to me. So whenever I can hear someone's journey, like, that's like food.
The people always are going to do it for you.
Yeah, always. 100%.
Name a time when you felt the Danessa Myricks brand had arrived.
Honestly, I don't think we've ever.
Listen, I don't think we've
ever felt that, really.
Name a time you felt close. You felt like, okay, now, wow, okay.
I will have to say, like, TikTok changed our life. One person talking about balm powder, Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder, and how that transformed our brand. Like, Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder going viral.
I feel like I saw you from one event to the next, and I was like, girl.
Same.
Girl.
Yeah, same. I'm like, is this really happening?
Yeah.
Especially with that product, because it's so unconventional and like nobody understood it.
Yeah.
And when people finally did like experience it the way I intended and felt like what it was supposed to, like, to see it changing the way people live in their makeup every day, but also how it changed the brand. Like, I would say that was the moment.
Were you like, I'm a genius?
No, I never said that, but I was just like,
y'all have to say it for her. Y'all have to be like, you're a genius. She's like,
thank you.
Name a time when you took time to rest and rejuvenate.
Well, I'm really bad at that.
That's why we put this in here.
Yeah, I want to be better.
See, now you got to reflect.
Yeah, but my best friend made sure that I do this now every year. This is like our third year. Every year from the 26th to like the 2nd of January, we go to a different part of the world just to step away. My favorite was when we went to Mauritius, Africa. That was incredible. But I know that time, it's blocked off on my calendar. It's for me, it's for us. So, and I will do better. Yeah. But to be honest, like, I really try every day to look at that, because it's really hard, just where I am in my life, to pick out chunks of time. But I'm like, my mornings are my mornings.
You can give yourself something.
My routine is my routine, you know. So I have like everyday rituals that it's where I take my time. So I try and bake it in every day. Yeah.
All right. Name a time when you felt unstoppable.
Girl. It's happened on repeat only because I feel it on my end, because I see all the things that go wrong. I think on the outside, people just see all the things that are going right.
Absolutely.
But every day I see the things that have gone wrong, and like, I clearly can pinpoint the several times where we've almost gone out of business, and we're here, and we're thriving. So yeah, there's been a lot of moments where I'm like, oh, we survived that. Nothing is stopping us now.
That. And lastly, name a time when you took time to reflect on your accomplishments.
It's hard.
I know.
I don't usually do that. I have a box on my desk that my team made for me. So
they know this too.
Yeah, I had watched a video from Jay Shetty, and I told my team about it, where he said every day, put a box on your desk, a jar, whatever it is, and every day to write something meaningful that happened that day, an accomplishment or whatever, and put it in the box. So that at the end of the year, or at any moment when you need to reflect, when you think nothing is going right, you can pull it out and be like, actually, I have 300 pieces of paper with things that have happened, right? And so I told the team about that box, and they made a box for me. It's like sitting right on my desk, and they wrote notes on it, so that as a reminder for me, they wrote notes to remind me who I am. And then it's a box for me to put like those important notes to remind me of how far we've come. So
that's a great, again, helping future you.
Yes.
You know you're not going to do it, or you're not going to be on top of it. So just a little something you can do.
Exactly.
I love that. Well, that's the end of our show. You made it. You made it. How do you feel?
I feel amazing.
I told you it was a good time.
No, it was great. But it's because of you. It's you.
That's what they all say.
It's you. It's you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. You're incredible.
You're
awesome. Thank you.
Such a tearjerker. We're going to link all the Danessa Myricks things below in the description box. Is there anything I need to add besides socials? Anything special happening? Will you be anywhere? People can see you. You'll be everywhere.
Anywhere people want or need me to be.
Gathering.
Yes, I want to be where the people are.
Tap into the Instagram and the TikTok for all of the tips and the tricks and where you travel to.
Yes.
She updates. The social team is really on top of it.
They are definitely on top of it all.
Thank you for
I love you so much. Thank you for having me here.
Thoughtful, helpful. I feel like there's a lot of takeaways here. So let us know what your favorite part was. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
You said it.
Did I have a good answer?